Hey guys, today joining me on this Let's Talk is Hells,
Hello.
Judo,
Hello, everyone.
Targus,
Hey, hey.
and WoW.
Hello.
And I am the manly, sexy Lord Jace Deathbane. So, today we're going to be talking about Guild Wars 2, and the first topic we're going to announce is Renown Hearts. What do you guys feel about those?
Who wants to start?
I guess I'll start
okay.
for. I mean, as far as like I think it's nice that it's basically unlocking an NPC so that you can purchase items, better than average items later with karma. The only problem I have with them now is that it feels like you level too fast, so it's kind of like, why purchase anything from them? Because I'm gonna be 10 levels in the next few hours. But they're definitely fun to do.
Well, the amount of karma you get per event actually scales up as you level up, so it's not like you should really save your karma. You'll always have enough. So you can. Yeah, I was just buying things as soon as I wanted them. Really, I never really thought that I felt a need to oh no, I should save my karma to buy this, because I know it's at the very start of the game things cost 10 karma each, and I was getting 5 karma for doing an event. But then when I hit around level 30, I was starting to get 1,500 karma per event. So it got to a stage where I was just oh, I can just buy whatever I want, really. But yeah.
Yeah, it's nicely balanced.
It feels good.
But the hearts look too much like regular quests, I think.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because it's
But not-
gold and orange, so it doesn't really.
The nice thing though is that you can do different kinds of things. So if someone is killing all the mobs, you can go and harvest apples or whatever.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait for the mobs to respawn or stuff like that. There's always something to do, which I think is nice with them.
They're definitely better than normal quests, but they're still very familiar. So I think
Yeah.
it's good for traditional MMOers to get used to Guild Wars 2 first, due to the heart quests.
I did feel that some of the heart quests, they took too long for the reward that you actually got at the end of it. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but there was one which it took me absolutely ages to do, and then at the end of it I got 1,000 experience, and then I walked across the map and there was another one which only took 2 minutes and gave me the same amount of experience. I was oh.
Yeah, I had that a few times.
Yeah, I think that has to do with I don't know, maybe just the balancing, the number game behind the scene. They probably need to tweak a lot of things that have to do with that. Because I felt like that too. Some were overly difficult, some were insanely easy.
Yeah.
And I wish it was more along this line. They all kind of felt, I wish they would all be normal or above average in difficulty.
Yeah, that would be nice. And I felt there was somewhere there was quite clearly an optimum way to do it. There was one way, there's some, I can't remember, it was Meattoberfest or something like that. And in Diasa Plateau, and I was okay, so this is gonna be take meat to people. But then I realized that there was a drink stand, and then about a meter away from the drink stand was a thirsty guard, and he never stopped being a thirsty guard no matter how much drink I gave him. So I was just constantly running between the two, and I ended up doing the thing really, really quickly. And I was if you actually carried the meat from each place to place, then it would have taken you so much longer. So I think they need to work on making it so that it doesn't matter which route you decide to do it, you'll end up taking about the same amount of time anyway.
I kind of felt like they were more of the sort of kind of a grind. I'm not sure about you guys, but
Yeah.
how I've been trained to play is I did a Renown Heart, then I instantly ran to the next one, and that was kind of a problem with me. How they made it seem like you weren't gonna have to do that kind of stuff, but it might have just been me, the way I was just trained to do it. Or is that how you guys felt too?
Well, I think it's because it
No.
feels like the fastest way of getting experience if you just go quest, and
Yeah,
no bother with
probably.
the exploring.
It probably is as well. If I don't know, Well, my plan was to just do the skill points and happen upon these quests, but I found out that if you 100% of the area in terms of hearts, areas explored, as well as skill points, you get items.
Yeah.
Now, the items aren't always going to be scaled to you, because, if you go do all five areas of, like, the starting areas of each race, the gear is probably not going to do anything for you. But, so I guess it's, from that standpoint, it's like more of a completionist thing. You're wanting to do all of the quests.
I beat the the first level char zone, so the 1 to 15 zone, and I got level 25 loot out of, like, as my reward for completing the whole thing. And I was only level 16 when I beat it, so I was like, oh, so I can't use that for 10 levels. That's great.
Yeah, I had like a lot of loot for a jumping puzzle. It was not my armor class, so.
Oh, we did a jumping puzzle in the second, or was it the first known area? But it was one where the ravens kept knocking you off everything.
Yeah, it was the first one.
Yeah, when we finally got to the end of it, I got like a claw out of the chest at the end. It was like worth like 3 copper. I was like, really? So we spent like 2 hours doing it, and then I just got sod all as loot. It felt really cheap.
Yeah, during this stress test, I actually completed like one of the zones, like doing all the hearts and finding all the point of interests. And what I got is kind of stupid, because the only thing I got was light armor. I was playing a warrior. I got green light armor, and I was like, could you at least give me something I needed? That would be like nice, instead of random items for like completing an entire zone. Because even in like the mail you get, it says like, you are now thanks for helping out in the zone, and they know I'm a warrior, so they should give me warrior loot. It makes no sense at all.
The way we in our guild kind of solved that problem is, it was me and about 3 other people, and when we got gear that another person could use, we mailed it to that person. It kind of made a easy way to get good gear, because you always had another person that, like, if they got, say you were a warrior and they got some light armor, they'd mail it to me because I was elementalist, and if I got some heavy armor, I'd mail it to the warrior so we can have some armor. Did you guys do stuff like that in
Yeah, I definitely did, because I felt like, I mean, who else are we going to give it to? Especially the beta, we're all trying to like power through this game to experience a lot of different things. But I mean, when the mailing system did work, I was always giving up all my stuff, because what else am I going to do? Like, I don't really care about making money. So.
Yeah, it was nice when I logged on after my 4-hour nap and I just found I got a ton of hand-me-downs from Zulu. I was like, oh! So that kind of saved me a load of effort trying to actually hunt down decent armor for myself.
Something a little bit off topic, but does the little girl that's running with us doesn't look like, it looks like Gwen.
Yeah.
I think it's like Gwen's sister or something weird like that, according to the lore. I think they are related.
In a way. So moving on to dynamic events. Did you guys feel like it was just every 10 minutes just repeating itself, and you didn't really feel any advancement or changes in the zone when you did them?
Well, yes. But I think the reason for it is because they wanted everyone to experience the content. So they I just saw this video recently where it just happened, like they just finished the event and then it started all over again from the start, even though they had just pushed them back and they shouldn't be bothering them, but it just hopped to the start again. So yes, I felt that what you're talking about during the beta, but it was kind of because they wanted everyone to experience them and to make sure there weren't any bugs in the events. I think it won't be like that on the launch.
There was one place, I think in the known starting zone, where it was like 3 dynamic events which happened one after the other, and then as soon as you beat the last one, the first one started up again. And literally, I just, like, even though Guildwars 2 is all like, nope, there's gonna be no grinding, I just grounded that for about 6 levels, because it was so fast experience at that level range. So yeah, kind of broke the game on that one. But then there was another one that I did where you attack a cave full of I can't actually remember what they're called now, But you attack a great. Oh, it's the dredge, isn't it? You attack a cave full of dredge, and you push into the cave, and then you like destroy a support beam, and then a wave of dredge hits you and pushes you back out of the cave, and then you push back in again and destroy the next support beam. You kind of rinse and repeat, and you do that for about 6 support beams, and then just the entire cave collapses, and you can't get back in there anymore. And it didn't reset for a good I think it was about 45 minutes before that one reset. So that was actually, it felt like we had made a big change to the world because we'd shut off this actually really big cave. So no one could actually go in there anymore for about 45 minutes. So that felt like we really had made a proper impact on the world.
Yeah, that's certainly the way I would prefer it. Is like whether or not you lose or win, a certain dynamic quest. I hope the penalties are pretty harsh. Let's say if you want to get to a certain area, maybe not make the area like a must. But it's like, I want to go over here, but you have all this stuff in the way because no one's been doing these quests, so they obviously were lost. Now I gotta fight through all of it just to get to where I want. I would like it to be more like that.
I really like the dynamic events which ended up with waypoints being contested, so you couldn't use them anymore.
Yeah.
They were nice, because that kind of cut off about an eighth of the map. You couldn't teleport to that area anymore, which I thought was really good. That's the kind of severity I want as a result of messing up a dynamic event.
It made people actually flock to that area, because when you can't reach that waypoint, it seems like that's the one waypoint you want to go to.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it's great.
If they shut down Claypool, heaven forbid, I love Claypool with all my heart. That's where I first learned to craft. If they shut that down, I would be totally distraught, so I'd have to get everyone to go, we need to rescue Claypool. But it'd be cooler if the centaurs went in and killed everyone in the village, and if you didn't rescue them, they wouldn't respawn for maybe 10 hours or something like that. A hard punishment that you guys just let the centaurs take Claypool. Well, guess what? The master crafter's dead. Now you can't craft for 12 hours. So you want to go do that again. You want to go save it next time you have the chance.
That would be cool, but impossible. Because
people would complain a lot.
Yeah.
Especially imagine if you're logged off in that area, and then you log back on again and just find yourself surrounded by monsters and you die without any kind of chance. That would kind of suck.
Yeah, it would raise some problems.
But it would be nice if they had just... It's a really extreme solution, but if they had a different server, so they had different types of servers, so you could have hardcore server, which had
absolutely.
Results like that. That would be really cool. They won't do it, but it would be cool.
But what I think they should do, or I know that we gamers say a lot and that we want, but when we actually get them we complain. But whatever. I would really want to see. I would say the starting zone can be not that much impact on the world, just like it is now. But then when you go to the next zone, it's kind of harder, and stuff like the master craftsman die and he's gone for 10 hours happen. Not 10 hours, but maybe 2 hours is even enough. Because then you have to go to another place and try to find another one.
I can imagine them doing that. Cause we haven't played anything past the level 25 zones yet, so we don't really know if they're gonna do things like that.
I already have the feeling with level 10 in a level 10 zone and a level 20 zone that the dynamic events were more were punishing you more if you lost.
Yeah, because I don't think in any of the 1 to 15 zones there was the waypoints being contested. I don't think.
Oh, they were.
Were they? Oh, okay. I never noticed.
There
That must just be me.
out of the way that you wouldn't really travel to in most cases, except if you hadn't done a renown heart yet. But yeah, there was a few
okay.
contested by minotaurs, and I think only minotaurs were actually the ones only contesting it.
Cool.
And it would make sense if the higher level areas did have harsher punishment, because eventually, everybody's going to start becoming higher level, and that's where the majority of the population is going to be, right? So then you can afford to have people say, hey, can you help me clear out this area? I would like to craft right now, To
kind of go off topic, how do you guys feel about the situation of, say, a year or two after Guildwars 2 is released, that all the people who...
Sorry?
Oh, I was just saying, about a year or two after Guildwars 2 is released, when all the main players have already gotten up to like level 80 and they're now focusing on World versus World. What if someone joined, like started playing Guild Wars 2 in that time frame? Do you think people would come back to help them in the dynamic events in the starter areas or not?
I would hope so.